do you say to the criticism that the PSA 10 should have been a 9 based on its condition?
My opinion about the grade of that card is that it's the best Pikachu illustrator that I've seen, and I have 10s in worse condition. It's a 10.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. The card is unequivocally, objectively a 10.
But we can see for ourselves that there are many arguments why this card shouldn't be a 10. It has defects on both the edges and the corners, but oh well.
My understanding too, the grading back then, they were a little more lenient than they are today with like the technology and everything. So today's 10 is actually a lot harder to get than like 7 years ago. It's my understanding.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to share a clip of Logan Paul on Aiden Ross stream opening Pokemon cards like a year ago.
I don't know. Yeah,
dude, let me tell you. Let me show you.
Logan's looking at the, what are you looking at?
Okay.
The Charizard?
Yeah, you see like this little nick right here, that little white nick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That
No, that's bad.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not bad, but like that's what they look for.
It's PSA gonna be.
Yeah.
The PC.
This will be an 8, maybe a 9.
So Logan Paul clearly knows from that video with Aiden Ross that any sort of minor defect on the card will automatically warrant like a 9 grade at the best. So you have this fluff interview on the Iced Coffee Hour. I love Graham. I've been following him before even the Iced Coffee Hour podcast became about. Been watching him for a long time. But I mean, I get it. At the end of the day, it's a 10. It's sold as a 10. It's an older cert. So, you know, they're more lenient with these small little defects. Obviously, Logan Paul's not going to admit that the card should be anything less than a 10 because that's just stupid and bad for business. But you just find these clips like in the Aiden Ross video where he clearly knows, like, if there's any small defect on the card, it won't get a 10. That's why I shared that clip. And just the way, and you know, you got this guy, absolute goofball, but he's rich. So he doesn't care at the end of the day. He's going to buy the Declaration of Independence or whatever, treasure trove or whatever.com, his website. So you have these, I'm not going to say stupid, but you have these individuals with a ton of money and they just don't care, you know, at the end of the day. They don't care about the card. They just care, I got a 10. I got the one and only 10. It's a piece of treasure to them, you know. So if that kind of dumb money comes into the hobby, which it already has, it's going to remind me of that scene from American Psycho.
Let's see Paul Allen's card. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God. It even has a watermark.
So I think of that scene because it's like a bunch of, you know, rich white collar guys that they're comparing their cards. You know what I mean? Like who's got the slightly better card. And that's what I feel like is going to happen when all this big money enters. Is you got the one starter guy, you know, doesn't really give a crap. He just wants the 10. Then you're going to get a bunch of other rich guys coming in here and try to one-up him. Be like, well, I got a little bit of a cleaner 10. You know what I mean? And I want to share this clip from, you know, a vendor POV where he kind of talks about that.
So how about kind of in the middle there, 10 to 50? It's tough. Because I'd be paying the premium for like a really new cert with a clean back.
So in that video, he's talking about how like this is an older card, older cert. He doesn't want to pay, you know, a premium on this card because it's not a newer cert. Card's not as clean as it would be if it was regraded with today's standards. So that's what's going on here, and I feel like that's what's already been going on. I've gone to some shows and I've looked at some tables, the same card, PSA 10. One had an older cert. It was maybe newer than this, but it had like, you know, 8 digits. And then you go to a table a few ways down, and it's the same card, PSA 10, but it has like 9 digits. So it's like a newer version of the cert, and that card is going for like, $20 to $50 more. So that is already happening. I feel like that'll just continue to happen. And when you get like all this big money into the game now, that's just gonna happen more. Like that scene from American Psycho. They're just these guys are gonna want to just keep on one upping each other. So he's the first rich test subject, and one of his rich friends is probably gonna swoop in, and one day there's going to be another version of this card, or it could be a different card. It doesn't have to be this one. It could be maybe like a newer card, and it's going to be not only more expensive than this, but it'll also be a newer cert, and it'll be a cleaner card. And then he'll be able to be like, look at my card now, just like an American Psycho. And that's just going to keep on happening. But yeah, this was just a quick rant video. Just wanted to share my thoughts. A little bit of a fluff interview. I think Graham was trying to catch him about the grade, but obviously Logan Paul, you're never gonna admit that a card that you just sold as a 10 shouldn't be a 10. Just common sense. But he did a good job. He's a good entertainer. I enjoy watching all of Graham's podcasts. Logan Paul's a good entertainer. He knows how to sell, and the market's going to continue to go up. Every Pokemon product, I said it in my last Pokemon video. At this point in the game, there's no losers. There's just bigger winners. So those are just my thoughts on the podcast and everything like that, and the card. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. What do you guys think? And we'll see you in the next one.